What is up, reactors? So, I've seen Sonic 2 two times. Yes, I saw it Wednesday at the opening premiere at a fan screening, and then I saw it the second time on a Thursday. And I have gathered my thoughts to give you guys today a spoiler review. Yes, we are talking spoilers. So, if you haven't seen this movie, you should definitely go see it. Also, if you haven't seen my non-spoiler review, it's linked down below. I called it the greatest video game movie of all time. And after seeing it two times, that still stands. No doubt about it. That still stands. Sonic 2 is the greatest video game movie of all time. But that bar was very low, so it wasn't that hard to absolutely surpass it, in which it did. Now, for Sonic 3, the hype is real for that one. Going to the fan screening, they gave me this cool poster. Look at that. Nice cool poster. And they gave me this little mini comic book for Sonic. I thought that was pretty cool too, that I got on Wednesday. But I've seen it two times. It is now officially Saturday, the date that this is being uploaded. I've gathered my thoughts to actually talk to you guys about it and, dive right into it, because I absolutely adore this movie. I loved it. Yes, it has some flaws here and there, some negative things I didn't like about it, but I'll talk about that in this review. But it doesn't outweigh of how great this film is, especially surpassing the first film. I thought the first film was really good, but I think the second one just absolutely blew the doors off. So let's talk about it. Starting off, Sonic. Sonic is great in this. I think Ben Schwartz is perfect, pitch perfect casting for this role. He absolutely nails the character of Sonic. Like I said in my non-spoiler review, he's not even Ben anymore. He's absolutely is the living, breathing Sonic. Tails in this movie, played by Colleen, the OG Colleen voicing of Tails, was great in this movie. For Knuckles, played by Idris Elba, absolutely killed it. I said that in my non-spoiler review. He absolutely killed it. Knuckles was great in this film. I absolutely adored it. I loved it. As soon as he stepped onto the scene, Jim Carrey is laying on the ground as Dr. Robotnik on the Mushroom Planet, and then boom, Knuckles is there. He just steps through the portal. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Right from the end of there, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy this. The GOAT, Jim Carrey, was having an absolute blast as Dr. Robotnik in this film. An absolute blast. This man was having fun. Who would have thought this man would have as much fun as he did the first movie in the second movie? Like, what? I don't know what this man had to go into work. For this movie. I don't know what type of espresso, coffee, or drink, whatever he had. I need to have it, because this man had so much energy into this role. You thought the first movie he was gonna go crazy and have a damn good time, but this man was having so much fun. I did see the Easter egg in the coffee shop where they showed him in a fat suit, and the theater just started clapping. You heard a lot of ooh, like, oh, he would look good in a fat suit. He doesn't need it. He looks fine. He would look good in a fat suit, though. With the recent news of him thinking of retiring, it's kind of sad, because this is only the second movie, and I can't get enough of Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. I don't want to see him go. But if it so be, the ending to this movie, there is no body, how movies work, there's no body shown, so they leave it up in the air for him to return, which is totally cool. But other than that, Jim Carrey had a fun time with this movie. Now for our other characters in this film, they were okay. I love James Marsden. He was great. I really love the storyline with him trying to be a father type figure to Sonic in this film. I absolutely enjoyed it. And then Sonic saying, no, stop trying to be my dad. You're supposed to be my friend. Loved that little story that they had together. Now for our other characters, they were just there, to be honest. And I said it in my non-spoiler review. Sometimes when we get back to these human characters, they kind of not derail the movie, but they kind of pause the movie. You start to wonder, can we go back to Sonic? Can we go back to Knuckles? Can we go back to Tails? Can we see what they're up to? Why are we so focused on these human characters? Get us back to the action. Get us back to this intriguing story in which this movie does have. It's very intriguing. And it was at points I'm like, okay, let's get it going. Let's get it going. I do enjoy these characters, but I don't want to enjoy them too much. Let's move on to the next scene. So there was that. I will say this. The wedding scene, although not needed, I cannot say that it was entertaining. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it overdid its stay. It stayed way too long. Now, the actress that played the bride, Natasha Rothwell, if I'm saying her name correctly, she was trying to steal the whole scene. She was absolutely fun. I absolutely enjoyed it. And then the whole boom, the gun organization is at the wedding, and her fiance, who she's about to marry, like, her fiance is part of the gun organization. I didn't see that coming, but it was a delight treat. But the scene that actually got people absolutely dying, especially adults, kids, all around, the whole theater absolutely laughing, was when Natasha's character absolutely starts pointing out, like, oh, the groomsman is part of the gun, everyone, who else is it? And then looks at the preacher and goes, are you a part of the gun organization too? Are you in on this? And then he opens up the little Bible that he has, or the little book he has in his hand, and there's like a taser in it. Oh my gosh. That scene was absolutely hilarious. Enjoyed it. Then as the scene started going on, I was like, okay, this is staying way too long. A scene that was not needed was the dance scene. Like, that was not needed. To be honest, Sonic could just speed around and just take the map, and then boom, that scene is done, over, kaput. Just like how he did it in the very first movie, where he took out all those people and he was speeding around the bar in slow motion. That scene is amazing. Remind me of Quicksilver. He could have done that same exact thing in this movie, but I see why they kept it in here, because for the jokes and gags and stuff, you know, the kids will love it, and it's a dance scene between Sonic and Tails, and we're showing some bonding moment. I understand that, but I gotta admit, that dance scene, I was just like, okay, I'm ready to move on. But, you know, some of these scenes that were not needed, that went on for too long or overstayed, definitely adds to the runtime, which is why this movie, you know, just tips over 2 hours and 2 minutes. You know, I feel like this movie could have been an hour and 45 minutes, or the same length as the very first movie, to keep it real with you. The action in this film is absolutely so much fun. It is by far the perfect kiss to fans. You know, video game fans are absolutely just going to, you know, love it. The Sonic vs. Knuckles fight. Oh my gosh. That fight was so good, man. That fight was so good. The punches, you could feel, they were just going at it. I was like, oh, this is feeling like some Batman vs. Superman type on here. They are just swinging, and they are connecting. Sonic is kicking, punching. Knuckles is punching, headbutting, throwing him. Oh, it was going back and forth. Sonic was not holding back. Knuckles was not holding back. It was perfect. A whole good 2 minutes of that fight. I absolutely adored it. As we get closer to the end of the film, we get the trio. You know, they're planning against Dr. Robotnik. Dr. Robotnik has the Master Emerald. All right, he's made a giant Robotnik. It was, I was like, whew. I was like, how are they gonna take this out? But they come up with a plan. And seeing Knuckles and Tails and Sonic come up with a plan and working together, it's absolutely fantastic. Then there is a shot where it zooms in on them, and it shows Sonic, it shows Tails, it shows Knuckles, and then it goes back to Sonic. It felt like I was switching between characters in the video game. It felt like I was pressing L1 on my PlayStation to switch characters. It was great. And then seeing them running together side by side, perfect. Seeing them running together side by side, going at Dr. Robotnik's gigantic robot is absolutely it was mind blowing. And then seeing Sonic team up with Tails, spinning him around, beating up the robots, and then seeing Knuckles side by side with them beating up the robots. It was just perfect, man. I was smiling the whole time. You know what scene I'm about to get to now? Super Sonic. I was not expecting. Now the post-credit scene, I was expecting, but I was hoping they would nail it. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But the Super Sonic, I did not see that coming. Yes, the Master Emerald's in here and the Chaos Emerald's are in here, and with that you get Super Sonic. But not once in my mind when I was watching, I was like, okay, Super Sonic's got to be in this movie. No. So when it happens, when the Master Emerald breaks and it shows the Chaos Emeralds in it, and it does the little spinning motion and it goes right into Sonic, I was like, oh my gosh, they're about to do it. And it was glorious. He absolutely dismantles the whole Dr. Robotnik's gigantic robot. Just absolutely dismantles it, and it was a joy to see. And then just seeing him glow in the air, floating above it. Oh man, amazing. And then the most savage moment that Super Sonic does is take his foot and tap the robot, and it just falls back. I was like, oh man, did he just do that? Even Dr. Robotnik in the scene was like, oh come on, it's like that? Later. Funny, absolutely funny. But that's what I'm talking about. They left it off. You don't see a body. You're not sure if any person would die from that fall. But you don't know that. There's no body shown. It just cuts off. Dr. Robotnik is falling back. We don't know. So who knows? He might come back from Sonic. He might come back for Sonic 3, which I'm hoping, because Jim Carrey is amazing. But if he doesn't, they have an ending point right there. They have a continuation point. It's up in the air. So I'm eager to see what they do with Dr. Robotnik's character, because the rivalry between him and Sonic is absolutely fire. And then Knuckles like, stay away. You've lost him now. He is not the same Sonic you once knew. And then this man goes God mode and absolutely summons a chili dog from the sky. That was pretty funny, but it went from such a cool moment to a cheesy moment. No pun intended. With the Master Emerald in this movie, as we saw in the trailer, we have the Master Emerald. I was expecting them to do a movie on each Chaos Emerald, but that's crazy, because then you're clocking at like 7 or 8 movies to do the Chaos Emeralds, which would be too much. So it's understandable, and I'm totally cool with it, with them having the Chaos Emeralds all in this, making up the Master Emerald and stuff like that. Totally cool with it. I thought they did well with that story and presenting that to us fans. Now it's time for the post-credit scene. Shadow. When they mentioned GUN and they did the whole joke, really? Gun? The gun organization, I knew it has to happen. It's not gonna happen in the movie, but the post-credit scene has to hint at it. And man, when they say Project Shadow, oh, that scene, look at it. That scene's amazing. And then as it rises up, you see the shoes. I was about to jump out my seat, but instead, a few people in the theater did that themselves. Everyone was going crazy. On my first screening, everyone was going crazy. My second screening, people were going wild, but not as crazy as my Wednesday screening. But, people absolutely knew. As soon as you saw the shoes, and then you saw his face, he looks perfect. And then his eyes open. Oh my gosh. Bring on Sonic 3. We need it now. We can't wait 4 years. We can't wait 3 years. We need Sonic 3 now. Jeff Fowler, get to work, man. You've done great with the first movie, and now the second one. We need Sonic 3. My rating for this movie is a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, stays the same. I absolutely love this movie. I absolutely enjoyed this movie. Had to see it twice because it was just so good. And I'm definitely buying this on Blu-ray. Matter of fact, go see this movie again. And that is my spoiler review for Sonic. I will see you guys all next time. I'm Reel It In Miles, and this is Reel It In Reactions. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications so you get when my next video drops. Alright, I got some reactions coming for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.